Hey y'all. All right, we are back on the distributor finish the reassembly of the distributor. We've got just about all of the cleaning and all of the stuff done to the distributor. We just got to finish reassembly. So that's what we're going to do. In the previous video, I said I don't have any um, for this, but I kind of fibbed because as soon as I said that, I was thinking that I didn't have any, but as soon as I said that, then I remembered, wait a minute. Yes, I do. I do have a set of points that has been waiting around for a very long time. So why don't you wait? If you'll wait just a minute, I'll be right back. Voila. Here we go. Here is the points that I'm going to use and the condenser. These have been in storage for a long time. I mean, look at that. Okay. So here we go. Look at that rotor button. Wow. These are actually factory Chrysler points. This is actually for a 6-cylinder and 8-cylinder. 6 and 8 cylinder. So, but look at that. Just look at that. I'm just so amazed. That is such niceness. I'm almost, I've been like leery of putting this in anything, but you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and put them in this and be done with it. Okay. So, if you remember on the old points, which I have them right here, I have this white wire coming off. I can replicate that. That's not a big deal. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's see. I have to take that off right there. So points right there. Oh, now that screw that held the points on, that thing was a point. Yeah, good word. That thing was a little bit of a problem, and I really didn't like it. So I'm going to have to find some points, or I'm going to have to find a screw that doesn't have that. Right here it is. It has that really large head, and it's too long. So I need to find something that'll go in there that isn't quite so big. Okay, correct thread, but it's just too long and the head's too big. So I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we are back. I was just doing a little more cleaning on stuff, like the flyweights, getting everything ready to go back together. So, all right, let's get started, okay? All right. See, next, need a little bit of grease. I'm going to use a little synthetic grease. Some of you may not. You may want to use something different. That's entirely up to you. To each their own. Okay? Now, on the... I'm going to go ahead and start with the shaft here. This is just a little bit of wheel bearing grease. That's all it is. It's nothing. Just a little synthetic wheel bearing grease. Okay. Here we go. There we are. Now, you see, I'm going to put a little bit of grease down in here. Okay, that's all we want to do. Just a little bit, not a lot. Just a little glob there. A little bit down in the bottom. It's not like a wheel bearing in a vehicle. We got a packet full of grease, you know. Now I've got the grease in there. I'm going to remove the excess off the distributor shaft here real quick. Got that done. Okay, yep. That moves pretty good there, but I'm going to do things up a little bit more. Just a little bit of engine oil on here. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. Yep. Okay, great. All right, next, I'm just going to pull this back out just a little bit. I don't have the retainer on right now, and I'm not going to put it on right now, so don't need to put it on right now. Matter of fact, you can see, look there, that thing just slides right down in place, so that's really, really good. And there's no play in the bushings here, so. All right, no appreciable wear or play. Let's see, I think I'm going to use, I think I'm just going to use a little bit of the synthetic grease here. Not a lot. On these, just on these pins right here. These are where my flyweights go on, okay? They're going to go on. So, matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and pull that out the rest all the way here. So there we go. Now these things moved really nicely beforehand, so I don't. So next, start putting the springs on. This okay. Put a little copper tube on here to keep from marring up that shaft. All we got to do is just get this spring to sit down on its retainer, its clip. Just clip it on. Channel locks, maybe, I don't know. Nope. There we go. Okay. Now the lightweight spring here on the other one. Okay. All right. I think that's going to work out good right there. Yep. Yeah. Dropped my little copper sleeve, but that's all right. It's just to protect that shaft, so go ahead and put that down in there. Okay. Now we're going to put, just going to use a little oil on here because this thing is a little bit tight anyway. I don't have the clip to retain this on, so we'll go ahead and there we go. Okay, see, all you got to do when you get that down in there, you just get it moved over the pins for the flyweights. You have to probably hold that shaft just a little bit and move this piece down. See? And there's slots. Those pins on the flyweights go in those slots. Okay? Pretty simple. Really, really simple. Like I said, there is a clip that goes on here, but it was rusted. Matter of fact, here's what's left of it. I'm not going to reuse that. I'm just going to have to come up with something. I may have to make one. Whatever. It's not that big a deal. So, now, to make sure that we don't, let's see, here we go. Make sure we're not damaging. We want to make sure that this is free. We want to make sure that this part is free from the lower shaft here, okay? So I got the lower shaft clamped into the vise so it can't turn. Okay, all right. Now, during all of this assembly and getting this unstuck from the main shaft, this channel here, this little slot got closed up. So I'm going to have to come up with a way to get it opened up so I can get the rotor button on. So here we go. It's almost. It's just needs just a little bit. Okay, I'll be right back. Show you a little bit more. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Success. Took a little file right here during the hammering to get this off. This got closed up a little bit, but I just took a little file to it, and now this goes on without issue. So there you go. A little snug, but it'll work. It'll work just fine. Now, our points and our condenser are next. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what. I'm going to put, let's see. May have to bend this copper strip around here so that so they don't make contact with everything. All right. Let's see. That's from my condenser. Where's my little homemade screw for my points? Ah, here we go. There we are. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Now, while I've got this whole plate out, I'm just going to go ahead and put the points on. Be done with that. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Now, I'm not running these down and tightening them up a whole lot. I'm going to run them down, and I snugged them up here. I can move them and get them adjusted where I need to. Condenser is going to be next, so yeah. Let's see, can I get the condenser? This condenser is a little bit different than what came off of here, so I'm trying to make it work. Okay. Yeah, I can make that work. It's not a big deal. There's my screw from the condenser. Whoops. Some of the stuff is so tiny, like this little screw right here. It's so fiddly. There we go. Okay, got it going my way. Okay, now, I know this is not ideal. This is pretty much just for demonstration purposes, but I don't have a whole lot of condensers laying around. But I do have, as you can see, I do have clearance there, air clearance between the two metal strips. So, which is necessary. So we'll get this part pushed down in here again. All right, there we go. Like I said before, don't have a little spring clip for that, little wire clip. So now we'll put this guy down in here. Oops. I just remembered something. Oh, my little clip here on the back came off. Okay, I'm just have to tweak it just a little bit. That's okay. Problems. No big deal. Get them taken care of. Thought that clip went on really easy. So yeah, this little clip came off, but that's okay. I'll get it put back on. You know what? I think I see my problem. There we go. All right, now we got that thing where we want it, where I need it. Sometimes you have to pull this part up, and then you get this part back down in there. It's quite fiddly. So I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. Got it set down in here. Like I said, there we go. Like I said, these are very fiddly sometimes, so you have to be kind of cautious, really. So you have to just take your time with them. That may not be your thing. You may not have that kind of patience. But like somebody very smart and very wise once told me, patience is a strength and a virtue. So okay, let's see. Let's see here. All right. Here we go. let's put a little air oil in there, a little oil. Okay. All right. Now, need to adjust the points. All right. Let's see. Can I get you all a little bit better vantage point here? As you can see, we got to adjust that gap on the points right there. So, got to get that good. Got to get that real good because don't want that off. I'm going to set it for 16. So, as you can see what I'm doing here, I've got my screwdriver in here. Ideally, you'd probably want to use like a bigger screwdriver. Maybe something like this with a little bit bigger tip. There we go. As you can see. Now what I'm going to do is out. We'll get these loose here. Okay. All right. Hey. I demonstrated all the purposes, all the steps necessary to rebuild this thing. But the shaft is just too badly warped. Especially the top portion of that shaft down inside here is too badly warped. Watch the point gap as I turn the shaft here. So that shaft is going to go either into scrap or I'm going to make it into an oil pump drive shaft. So, as you can see, yeah, it's pretty well crap. Yeah, I tried straightening it up, and it's too far gone. So, but anyway, this is what not to do. Okay, but I did demonstrate how to like adjust your points, get the gap set. I did that in a previous video, but I did also demonstrate how to like, restore some of this stuff and bring it back. I was getting kind of excited and I was hoping that maybe I could like, put some power to this and actually get it working, but that shaft is just too far gone. So I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in, I'm going to replace that main shaft inside here and use all these pieces and see if I can get this thing to work. But maybe not tonight, okay? All right. This video is already 24 minutes long, so, but anyway, I demonstrated all the ways to get this thing, back into shape so that somebody could use this, okay? Now, yes, this part is pretty well trashed. Yes, the shaft is trashed. So, but anyway, so there we go. But anyway, I thank you so much for watching, as usual, and I really thank you for subscribing. I really thank everybody for clicking on and subscribing and sharing and giving a thumbs up and all of that stuff. So, thank you so much. That really, really means a lot to me. And I do appreciate it. So, have a great one. Thank you. And God bless.